What an amazing host. What do you guys think of stand-up comedy? Passerbys? It's gonna be now a spoken word event. Splashy, flashy, to pay me cash, see stacks of green so I can teach so classy. Ladies, gentlemen, how to bounce. I'm a kitty cat. Just kidding. Oh, what? Wait, what? We'll get into that a little bit later. I want to talk about some uncomfortable things first. Who here loves public transit? Yeah, right? What? Who here loves the Greyhound bus? Nope, crickets? Wow, yeah, I feel the same way. The Greyhound, every time I've taken the Greyhound, I've made a case for it. Like, oh, I'll just get some magazines, some snacks. I'll just post up and be cozy, and I'll get to see the scenery. And no, every single time I've taken the Greyhound, I've wanted to sue them. Like every time. There's something really weird. I took the Greyhound through BC, and we'd stop in some places, and some guy would get on with like a plastic bag, and I'd be like, oh, he's getting off at the next stop. 10 hours later, he's still on the bus, like just with a plastic bag. Like, where's he headed? Just so many weird things where you're like, what's gonna go on here? It's never cool. It's always traumatizing. It's always to the level where I want to sue them, and I have a valid reason to do so. I lived in New York for a bit, and I would take, they have basically like a Greyhound that takes you to the Hamptons. And the Hamptons, for those of you that don't know, is like the very fancy, upper echelon, elite area where the rich New Yorkers go to weekend. And I was a weekend nanny in the Hamptons, and I take the Hampton Jitney. Welcome to Hampton Jitney. Please do not use your cell phone for the entire duration of the trip. It was just basically like a glorified Greyhound. And then someone would get on at the front and say, to each row by row, they'd bring by some snacks, and they'd say, potato chips or party mix, 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 potato chip. By the time they get to me, I'm like, what's a party mix? Party mix. Like, you don't need to say it. Row by row. Like, I could feel the trauma. Just, it was like, can you just get up at the front and be like, okay, I'm coming through. I got potato chips or party mix. That's your choice. Like, I heard you when you said it the first time. And then they've got water or lemonade. 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 Jeepers. Another thing I have a problem with is headlines. Some headlines, it's like, why? Why do I need to know that? A good headline recently was headless torso found in Alabama. So here I am in Montreal, in my pajamas, reading headless torso found in Alabama. Like, do I need to read the article? What am I gonna do with this information? In my PJs, like ready to go to bed? Headless torso. Another thing that's happened is Vancouver has had a lot of, I don't want to say feet, because it's been a foot that has washed up on the Vancouver shore. Just 1 foot. Like, now we're at the 22nd foot in over 10 years. And each year, it's like another foot has washed up on the Vancouver shore, and then they show the picture of this deteriorated foot, like it's just the bone in the shoe. Like, why? I can see it right now in this like dirty white Reebok, this bone. Like, wow, sir, do you know about these feet that have washed up on the Grand Vancouver shore? No? Okay. He has nothing to do with it. I'm sure. Someone does, though. Yeah. So, how are you handling this spring? I've been having a hard time harnessing spring. Like, for me, like the winters are so intense here that you gotta harness it. Like, it comes, it's hot. I'm coming in hot. I'm like jettisoning into walls. Like, I was at Barfly a few weeks ago, and I tripped over a friend and careened right into the wall. I have like a Harry Potter scar now. Like, I blame spring. What else? I gashed my hand the other day. I was like, what do I do? Like, do I go to the emergency room, which could be like 6 to 8 hours? Or do I just gauze it, bandage it, like clean it well? But I chose to bandage it and just like hold it up for a while. It's fine now. It's all good, but I blame Game of Thrones. Like, I saw a guy get his hand chopped off, and then just keep going. And I'm like trying to follow the storyline, like what's going on, but he's on horseback and like it's going into the next step. I'm like, what did they do though? Like when I was in the park with my friend Kayla, we're seeing, you know, families and strollers going by. She says, oh, strollers, it's so cozy. Kids are so lucky. I wish there were adult strollers. I'm like, yeah, it's called a wheelchair. She's like, no, like adult strollers that recline. I'm like, oh, you mean a stretcher? She's like, no, like adult strollers that recline and have a food tray. That's called a hospital. Or Miami. A little bit dark. That's my time, though. Guys.